So how do you like things here at the zoo?
From SOUTHWICK'S Zoo, catch a mouse, win a prize. It's prime time with George Dorunda. Tonight, artist Dave Barsalou presents The Rose Garden. We help our neighbors. And Doug Locke talks with Sandra Bernhardt live on the streets of New York City. Plus, the Crocodile Dundee of polka music, the famous Ray Henry. So get ready for the most entertaining show on television. Hi, I'm George Dorunda, and welcome to Primetime. And let me tell you, we have a power-packed show for you tonight on the big program because we're here at SOUTHWICK'S Zoo, and the mission for the day, I think we're gonna get a big can of paint. We're gonna find ourselves an owl. We're gonna paint the owl with little spots. Presto, more spotted owls. Great idea. But my first guest on the big program is an artist. He's been with us before on the show. This time, it's called The Rose Garden, a salute to Pete Rose with artist Dave Barsalou. Well, Dave, welcome back to Primetime. It's a pleasure to be here at another one of your big art shows. I mean, you're cranking these things out, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah.
Now, this one is called?
This is called 4,256, The Rose Garden. And that means 4,256 of Pete Rose's career hits.
And that's why we have the official Cincinnati Reds hats.
Cincinnati Reds, yep.
Now, you actually got some publicity from a newspaper in Cincinnati.
Yeah, the Cincinnati...
You're getting to be world famous. Pretty soon you won't even talk to us here on Primetime.
Sure I will, sure. No, the Cincinnati Post was kind enough to cover this show, and it was a nice write-up.
How did they find out about the show?
I just took a chance and just sent them a press release and all the information about it, and they called me up and they wanted to do a story on the show.
And you sent them a sample of your artwork? And
yeah.
And they took off from there. Is Pete Rose aware of the show?
I have no idea. I assume with all the friends that he has in Cincinnati that somebody probably told him about it. Or maybe he gets a subscription to the Cincinnati Post. I don't know.
Maybe, and then maybe he'll be getting a call soon from the great Pete Rose. And
you never know.
What's the deal with this garbage truck here?
I have no idea. It was sitting here when we came in. I thought...
I thought it was a salute to Marge Schott.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she was talking trash and somebody knew we were doing a segment on the Cincinnati Reds, so they just left it here.
Well, it could somehow be appropriate. So the concept for this show, how did you develop each card or each piece of artwork?
Well, basically what the show is about is it's kind of a tribute to Pete Rose, but also I'm trying to help in any way I can to get Pete Rose into the Hall of Fame. I firmly believe that he belongs there. He had a gambling addiction. He served some prison time. He went to therapy.
The gambling addiction had nothing whatsoever to do with his professional career.
Well, they say he bet on baseball, and if that's true, then he's immediately banned for life from the Hall of Fame. But there's no physical evidence whatsoever that he bet on baseball. Now, he did gamble on sports, basketball, football, horse racing.
Which everybody does that.
Sure. But for some reason, they were just out to get him, and it was a combination of circumstances. He did some sports card collectible shows, and he pocketed some money and didn't pay tax on it, so he served some prison time for that, for income tax evasion. But he also spent 3 months in a halfway house and also performed 1,000 hours of community service in Cincinnati, working with elementary school children. So, I mean, he's paid his debt to society. I mean, enough is enough. I mean, of all the major league players in the over 125 years of baseball, Major League Baseball, no one has gotten more hits than Pete Rose, yet he's not in the Hall of Fame. You know, judge the man for what he did on the field, not what he did in his personal life.
Off the field in his own personal life. I mean, we have players today, I mean, we have drug addicts and
Well, the problem is
People
like
with other personal problems.
we assume that because a person is a sports celebrity that they're superhuman or something. He's a human being with human frailties and made human mistakes, but yet...
And he's paid for his mistakes.
Right, but look what he did on the field. I mean, the guy had 10 seasons of 200 hits or more. I mean, it's just amazing statistics. I mean, if this guy was so consumed with gambling, how did he concentrate on hitting the baseball so many times? There's just, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, next thing you know, they won't want people going and playing bingo in Chicopee.
Well, it's just a situation...
And yet, if you do that, that should not affect your professional life.
The bottom line is, he paid his debt to society. It's ancient history now, okay? The Baseball Writers of America, the Commissioner's Office, the people that run Cooperstown, whatever, they have to get together and start talking about this. This has got to be remedied. Pete Rose belongs in the Hall of Fame. It's a travesty that he's not there. And the reason I did this show is to make people aware of what 4,256 hits looks like visually. I mean, I've covered over 700 square feet of wall space with pictures of Pete Rose, and each one equals one of his career hits. I mean, if you look at it, it's an amazing thing.
Now, are they hung in a certain pattern? I mean, what do people look like? What should people look for when they're looking at this from a distance?
Well, as an artist, I try to make interesting visual patterns. I mean, I could have just tacked them up on the wall without thinking about how they were arranged, but I tried to make every wall visually interesting based on different patterns. And I spent over 2 weeks putting this show up.
Are there any hidden messages?
Not really, but I mean, I just wanted to make it visually interesting.
So people don't just come in, they're hung in a diagonal pattern and...
Well, the thing is, I mean, it's a repetition of the same image, so I had to go beyond the image itself and change the way that the whole show was constructed, just so it made it visually interesting to look at.
So do you think this will have any impact on Pete Rose's indoctrination into the Baseball Hall of Fame?
Well, it can't hurt. Like I said, I think the more that people are exposed to what Rose actually did. I mean, most major league players would give their right arm just to get 3,000 hits, never mind over 4,000 in a career. It's just a mind-boggling statistic, and I doubt if there's anyone that's going to come close, if ever. And I really believe that he's a Hall of Famer, and they shouldn't waste any time putting the guy in there.
Yes, he is. He should be destined for the Hall of Fame at some point in his lifetime.
I mean, he was banned in '89, okay? It's '94. I mean, it's just, you know, 5 years have gone by. I mean, I think there has to be some discussion on this issue. I mean, they just can't keep letting this thing go on. I mean, he's a human being. I mean, I'm sure he's got feelings about this thing, and there's nothing he wants more than to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, he's stated that on more than one occasion. So by just stringing him along, I mean, it's got to be painful for him and his family.
And he's earned it.
Well, he's earned it. What he did on the baseball field, I mean, people may have not liked Rose because of his hard-nosed way of playing, and he was very aggressive, and a lot of people remember him knocking Ray Fosse over in a 1970 All-Star game, and he was just a very, very hard player. I mean, he played to win,
right? But in any career in life, no matter what you're doing, to be successful, you have to be aggressive, you have to play to win.
The thing is, nobody said that, you know, Pete Rose has to be a nice guy to be a great baseball player. Again, the Hall of Fame, all of these Hall of Fames, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, whatever, are to enshrine people who did great things within their sport. Now, why is it that Rose is just being shunned? I mean, there's nobody in the Hall of Fame right now that's, except for Ty Cobb, that's had more than 4,000 hits. And Pete Rose broke his record.
And I'm sure if we had media coverage in the early days as we do today, imagine what could have been uncovered about some of the early greats of the game.
Ty Cobb was hated. Ty Cobb one time went into the stands and started beating up a handicapped man. I mean, he was just, there was a movie coming out on Ty Cobb, and Tommy Lee Jones plays in the movie. And Tommy Lee Jones did a lot of research on Cobb, for his role. And he said, in his opinion, Ty Cobb was a rattlesnake of a man. I mean, Ty Cobb was mean and rotten, and people despised him. But yet, he got more votes for the Hall of Fame, percentage-wise, than any other player in Major League history. So he was being judged at the time for what he did on the field, not for what he did in his personal life. Again, he was a very aggressive player, just like Rose. So what does it matter if people liked him or not? I mean, the guy put up the numbers. He's in the Hall of Fame because of what he did on the baseball field.
Exactly. Eliminate the personalities and honor the achievement.
Yeah, for sure.
And Dave, one more question. Why are there barcodes on the furniture here?
I have no idea. Hopefully they don't want anyone to steal them. I don't know.
I don't know. Wouldn't it be kind of
That's
obvious,
unusual.
Somebody walking out with a big chair or a couch?
I think Holyoke Community College is just becoming cautious. I mean, I'm sure some people have probably walked off with a couple of chairs. I don't know.
I don't know. The first time I've ever seen barcodes. Maybe we should add that to our furniture at our homes.
Either that or it's another mystery, like this trash truck that showed up here.
Trash truck. We have a trash truck and bar-coded furniture.
I don't know. Somebody's pulling a fast one on us here.
Hey, it's a show to me. Dave, thanks for being here on the program and inviting us up to your
Thank you.
art spectacular. And I don't know, what's the next one going to be?
I don't know, but I'll...
They get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And hey, stick around. We'll be back with more of this big program right after this.
If you took away a star for every 1 million people who didn't vote, and a stripe for every 5 million non-voters, and a patch of blue for the 10 million people who didn't care, exactly what kind of flag are we waving?
I'm George Dorinda, and welcome to Primetime. And tonight,
what the hell are you doing here? Okay, give it your best shot.
What would you like?
How about the entire second page?
I tried to kill someone through the whole play.
This is the first time I've had a mechanical man
On your show.
on my show.
Yeah, let's preface that. Yeah.
Bye, George. See you. Thanks again.
Press 2 to hear more options. Hi, welcome back to the big program. Yes, we're here. This is the center ring. This is the show place here at Southwick's Zoo, the place where all the action happens. And I found my buddy. Hey, clothes soiled while you wait. And, we had a very hot, extremely hot, sweltering summer. And what better to do than to be helpful? Yes, let's help our neighbors. Could we help you with whatever your chores are doing here today?
It's so darn hot that I want to keep busy.
You like to keep busy when it's hot?
Yeah.
Isn't the heat and humidity oppressive, though?
Well, it is. I'm sick of drinking.
Well, we have a nice young crew member who would be delighted to do some work for you.
No kidding. Well, he can help.
He can help? That'd be okay?
Yeah.
Isn't it hot in the sweltering humidity?
Yeah.
And we have a crew member who could do some yard work and painting for you. Isn't that a good, worthwhile experience to encourage our young staff members to partake in?
Absolutely. Yes,
Well, you would like some help with your painting.
I would.
Hey, look at all the pears on that pear tree. Maybe we could help the guy get rid of some of those pears. Hi, aren't you in discomfort here out in the sweltering heat mowing your lawn?
It's hot out here.
It's hot. Could we help you?
Sure.
We have an able-bodied crewman.
Great. Bring him in.
Is there anything else he can help you with?
You could help me trim the weeds.
Good idea. You know, he could be dangerous with that thing.
He could. I hope he doesn't come and get us.
I doubt that. Highly unlikely. Well, he's just about finished with the weeds and doing the edging. Is there anything else he can help you with while we have him in this, with all this energy?
He can help me do the barn.
Hi, Mr. Horsey. Would you like Dancing Doug to clean your stall?
Hey, George.
Yeah, Doug?
I'm hot. Do you think I can use their pool? They got a wicked nice pool over there. I want to use their pool.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
Finish up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, he is doing a pretty thorough job over there. It is hot out. Do you think he could use the pool when he's finished?
Yeah, sure, but he'll have to vacuum it.
Well, Eric, he's almost finished vacuuming the pool. Is there anything else you need to have done?
I don't think so, George.
That wraps it up for today.
I think so, pretty much.
Okay, Doug, I guess you're through. You know, Doug, this was a great day. It was actually kind of fun. I think we should do this more often.
Fun? More often?
Fun!
I'll give you more often!
Yeah, wonderful having you on the program. Yes, let's help our neighbors. And, you know, I don't know. Doug, he must be lazy or something. He was all exhausted. I mean, I had to watch him work, and I wasn't exhausted. But stick around. When we return, yes, our very own Mr. Doug. He'll be live in New York via the big, giant, huge satellite with Sandra Bernhardt. Stick around.
Yes, Dudley?
I'm starving. Can we have a snack, Mom?
Here's your snack, kids. Cheese, fruits, and I chopped up some carrot sticks.
Thanks.
What? No candy? No chewy gooey tar bars?
Eating too many snacks can cause tooth decay. But if you need a snack between meals, choose nutritious foods like fruits, vegetables, or cheese.
I'm proud of these 242 teeth. That's why I'm eating nutritious food.
That's right. Eat up, kids.
Yay!
If I were in the ring with Hulk Hogan today, this is the truth. You know how long the match would last? About 3 or 4 minutes. I could kill it.
You might have a few gas pockets after you eat your pizza, who knows?
Prime time! You're the greatest! I love these guys!
I love the taste of chicken. I live for the taste of chicken. We want color. Are you serious?
Well, us television star personality types.
Ooh, connections.
I say nothing.
I said, if we don't have what you want, we'll order it. Yes, welcome back to the big program. We're here at Southwick Zoo with our friends, the rhinoceroses. And look at the size of those horns. I ain't getting too close to those guys. And are they ready? Okay, we're ready. We're gonna check in with our very own Doug Locke, and he's talking with Sandra Bernhardt on the streets of New York City. Hi, kids. Don't they look goofy now? And you know, I think Doug should realize that this is absolutely the closest he's ever going to get to actually touching Madonna.
We hate Madonna. We hate Madonna. Peace.
Oh, well, Doug really knows how to win friends and influence people, and he proved it right there. But hey, it's time, yes, right here on the big program, making his first appearance. It's the ever-popular, the famous Ray Henry, performing his ever-popular and famous Roadrunner Polka. You want the script for today's show? Mighty tasty. Yes, the Polka Hall of Famer, the famous Ray Henry. And how about the hat? Did you like the hat? That's why he's known as the Crocodile Dundee of polka music. And can we check back with Doug? Doug, how's it going out there in New York?
I got problems. I got problems. I got problems.
Problems? Yeah, I think Doug has problems he hasn't even discovered yet. I think in New York his big problem was he tried dancing with Sandra Bernhardt. But hey, that just about wraps it up. We've had a great time as always here at Southwick's Zoo. See you next time. Good night, everybody.
I got problems. I got problems. I got problems.
Korea, Taiwan.
In a recent worldwide educational test, the United States didn't rank first or second or even third. We came in 14th. And 14th is no place for our kids to be.
The United States.
Call 1-800-96-PROMISE, and we'll give you lots of ways to help our kids move forward again.
Someone out there needs help, and you've decided to save them. Every year, thousands of people die waiting for organ and tissue transplants. To be a donor, even if you've signed something, you must tell your family now so they can carry out your decision later. Otherwise, it's like throwing a 12-foot rope to someone who's 15 feet away. Share your life. Share your decision.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
He's occasionally given us day-old ribs. When he was going to throw them out, he let us have them.
I'm always kind, aren't I?
Well. Richard Kinder is my name, and public health is my game.
Chet Dragon, you have a wonderful, wonderful costume tonight.
I say nothing.
We're licensed and rodent-free.
Hey, I'm Sherman Douglas, and on the court, my responsibility is to set up my teammates. Off the court, I have a responsibility to set a good example for youngsters. Take something as simple as bike safety. It's just not enough to tell kids to wear helmets when they go bike riding. I have to follow my own advice. After all, bike safety is for everyone. Okay, you guys, you ready? Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, wait for me.
If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, if you're not